How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews. Back with yet another review. Not just any other review, though. A little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy, Steven. Yes, fantastically ghettoily wrapped. Tell you what, looks like a dark beer, at least from through the bottle. So we'll see what's what. Where did I put my bottle opener? Ooh, got one right here. Now, I'll try to get this off, because obviously he's trying to hide the cap on this one. I'll have to kind of look the other way. Oh, I did a really good job on that, actually. I was kind of impressed with myself on that one. So, yeah, we're talking about 12-ounce dark beer. What is it? Could be a bunch of different things. Could be some of that Thimble Island that comes up from his way. Could be a little bit of Founders. Could be a little bit of Sierra Nevada. Could be Lagunitas. Definitely could be Lagunitas for a couple different reasons. One, this mystery beer will go up after that one, or maybe I'll put them both up at the same time. He sent me a Lagunitas mystery beer already. But also, date code. Date code is Julian style, so it could be Lagunitas. More specifically, it could be an older Lagunitas, because I don't know if you guys can actually see. There's a little bit of kind of that murky, rusty funkiness around the cap. Makes me think that there's a little bit of age in this sucker. So we'll see what's what. But beautiful wrapping. I mean, this is like, serial killer level stuff on his part. Now, as far as the beer goes, it looks all the part of a stout. Barely stout, I'm kind of leaning here. Just because that head dissipated pretty quickly. It's got this little creaminess on the edge, so maybe like a barrel-aged milk stout, something along those lines. But a rich, delectable, maybe pastry level kind of leaning stout from this point. I'm kind of leaning into a little bit of barrel aging just based on how the head is being tossed around there. Let's see if I get a nose. Coffee stout. Coffee burn barrel late stout. It smells like Coca-Cola. With coffee. A little bit of coffee, maybe? Is that cherry? Is that a cherry stout? I think it's just the way the bourbon kind of comes off. It's just giving this huge kind of cherry note to it. So I'm getting big, huge maraschino cherries on top of this sweet, not overly hot kind of spirit characteristic over this chocolatey stout that may or may not contain coffee. Man, the cherry in this just comes off like super vibrant. Yeah, either there's got to be a cherry addition, some kind of or fruit added, or this is just a bonkers forward spirit without a ton of heat to it, which is kind of really unique. Now, I'm going to kind of step back from the stout kind of thing, because it could be an Imperial Brown Ale, Imperial Porter. It's not coming off like super roasty or big or anything like that, but it definitely, chocolate malt vibes, but nothing too crazy. With a little hint of kind of coffee, I could definitely see myself kind of walking back off that coffee comment. Really, it's the cherries that are start of the show here. Yeah. Let's just dive in. Cheers. Man. That's super silky. That's super silky, super creamy. A cherry thing I was getting on the nose that was bonkers. Doesn't really follow through in the taste. And they do get this subtle kind of roasted kind of toasted coffee thing going on top of the roasted malt. It comes off, it's absolutely a stout now. The nose didn't lead me to believe that. Cherry threw me for a loop, but it's a bourbon barrel aged coffee stout. Just because of the Julian dating on it, I want to go willetized, but I don't want to just go willetized Lagunitas. I actually want to go like a couple years old willetized Lagunitas. That's kind of my vibe on this one. It's not KBS, because KBS would have that wrapping on it. Oh, he could be throwing me for a loop and pulling it off. Let's put it this way. It's a 12.9%, 11.9%, not 12. 11.9% Imperial Stout. Super creamy, super oat forward. Imperial Stout with coffee, bourbon barrel aged with not a ton of time on it, but a couple year or two. Somewhere right around there. That coffee's not as big, it's not as vibrant, but it's definitely there. And that bourbon characteristic, well, huge cherry on the nose, definitely shows up in the taste, but it's, again, there's not a ton of heat to it. Makes me think this has a little bit of time on it. So let's just go willetized. Let's go 2018 Lagunitas willetized. Yeah. Does Lagunitas have a little tab up top too? They might, I don't know. But yeah, what did I say? 11.9%. It's really, really good though. Okay, what do we have going on here? We have, let's see. It's 12.2%. It's 2016 High Westified. That's what I was thinking of. High Westified, right? Or did they make a willetized version? regardless, you guys know what the fuck I was talking about. But yeah, a little bit older than I actually thought it was. 2016, so I was about 2 years off on my guess. I was, point 3 off on the ABV. And it does say High West rye barrels. With the way the cherry kind of came off, because I think that's what it is, right? Willetize is the bourbon, High West is the rye. I could be wrong, because I think they make both. Just not remembering my Lagunitas kind of folklore all that well right now. But man, I missed a rye barrel. I'm going to tell you that much. It really did come off as a bourbon barrel for me. Very much cherry forward in the nose. I did get that coffee, did get that roasted malt. There was a little bit of spiciness to it, but I attributed that to the roasted malt and the coffee. But yeah, all things considered, I think I did aight. I mean, the little bit of Julian, a barrel-aged beer this nice with a tiny little snub-nosy kind of 12-ounce bottle and Julian dating on it. You're kind of doing a little bit of Sherlock Holmes kind of things going on right now. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm like one hit it out of the park. Oh shit, you see what I did right there? But yeah, this is really good. And actually this is kind of right around when the one hitter series was a little bit harder to get, I believe. Now this is kind of just a rotational for them. This is absolutely fantastic. Drink's absolutely great. The coffee is still present. The barrel in the spirit is nice, even though it comes off more like bourbon for me. It's nice. It's not overly hot. And just the mouthfeel alone, it comes off as like a super creamy oatmeal stout. Absolutely fantastic. And honestly, I've said it from the get with this, the Willetize version, and all these kind of one-hitter on the kind of barrel-aged stout side of things. It's probably one of the best bang for your bucks as far as quality and beer you're going to get at all. I mean, I think when this came out, this is probably $11 to $12 a six-pack. I think it hasn't budged all that much. So you're talking about a $12 six-pack of a really top-notch barrel-aged coffee stout all fucking day. Is it one of the better coffee stouts aged? Cellared barrel-aged coffee stouts. No, I don't want to go coffee. Barrel-aged stouts with some time on it. Vintage that I've had as of late. Actually, yeah, it's up there, man. It's delicious. It's tasty. I dig it. Thank you very much, Steven. It's absolutely fantastic beer. I'm a fan. Value and availability, like I said, some of the best in the game. Pretty much get it everywhere. At least back then it was a little bit harder, but now these versions are quite often and leave you with, ooh, man, those burps. If you like what we like this beer. If you like barrel-aged coffee stouts. I mean, even with the time on here, you're still getting that coffee and that barrel aging coming through really nice. Except you're getting the added bonus of roundness from greenness, I should say, more than hotness. From greenness to age, I think this ages, drinks well from the beginning, drinks well in the middle, and drinks well towards the end. So it's probably one of my favorite, especially available and bang for your buck beers that you can get. So if you like those things, you'll like this. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. Want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little Willetize right now. God damn it. Willitized. Fucking High Westified. Jesus Christ, I can't get it right. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers.